Hello everyone, welcome to my LEGO room. My name is TJ and today we're going to be talking about the top 3 winners for the GALAGR contest. These are the grand prize winners, the ones that will have their ship made into a template for all future GALAGR events. And I'm really excited to share with you guys all about that and share some of the backstories that a couple of the people have come up with, which is really great. On a side note, I do have a couple things I wanted to mention. I did want to give heartfelt thanks to everybody who participated in the contest. We had over 50 people enter into this contest, and I know a lot of you entered multiple times, so thank you again. I've loved seeing all that stuff. It's so awesome that I can I can get an idea out and people will just send me all these cool pictures of mocks and ideas and things like that. I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. But I guess before we go any farther, all 50 plus people who participated already know who the winners are. And they also have a hint towards the next contest. So even if it's something small, even if you don't feel like you can participate in every single contest, go ahead, just give it your best shot. It can't hurt, and you'll get a little sneak peek as well as some exclusive mini build instructions. So I encourage you, if you didn't have the opportunity to do it this time, I really encourage you to come back in January to participate in the next contest. Anyway, besides that, I also wanted to give a shout out to my patrons who really helped me to finalize my choices here. So as a thank you to all my patrons and for all the support that you guys have given me over the last year since I started my Patreon, I wanted to give you something, and this is it. No, I'm not sending you the actual Lego kit. What I am going to send you is the instructions to build this. So I want to say thank you to all my patrons for doing that. I'm not going to be releasing this on Rebrickable. I did base a few different parts on it, on a different builder and his mock of it, and he is collecting money for charity, so I kind of feel bad putting it up and competing against somebody who's collecting for charity. I don't know if that's legit or not, but I'm going to take people's word for it, as I often try to do. But if you would like to become a patron before the end of the year, before January 1st, I'll go ahead and send you these instructions anyway. So as an extra little Christmas bonus. I hope you guys, so don't feel obligated to. Again, you can find these instructions over on Rebrickable for one that's pretty close to this. I actually designed this one so that it would fit a little bit closer to the Black Panther minifigure that just came out in the recent Dragonfly set. Now that should be in your email inboxes, by the way. All right. Well, before we lose any more people to my ramblings, let's go ahead and jump into the top 3 winners. All right, winner number 1 for the Vayne Speeder contest, Vayne Speeder phase, we have the number 1 winner is Thrawn's Revenge. I know a lot of you are probably not surprised by that. He built some amazing things, but in all reality, this was a really incredible ship. So the model is actually named the Vornsker's Blade, which is a modified R87 Kadu speeder. Due to the Kadu's simplistic design and sleekness, it made it a prime target for planetary racing circuits and heavy modification. Due to regulations, the Kadu's second seat was replaced with a massive boost tank that can be activated with a lever pull, or a lever pull, or a Liverpool. Sorry, I'm just messing. The Vormsker's Blade used the tank to add power to 3 retrofitted Vayne repulsors, 2 mounted on the gimbals on each side and 1 between the rear forks. This was a very well done ship. It has the land speeder vibe, has the Vayne repulsors, and he did just a great job. So for the cluster repulsors, I chose Ernests Ship. For those of you who don't know, Ernests Ship is the variable geometry craft. So with this one, as with all Slain and Corporal craft, so Slain and Corporal would have been the manufacturer of this, it was important to incorporate some form of degree of freedom, either of the wings or of the cockpit. There are essentially 3 main modes. There's a speed mode, a lift mode, and a power mode. The speed mode is the most utilized mode in racing, where the 2 cluster repulsors are at the rear and the one at the front to keep the alignment true. The 2 rear repulsors help to propel the whole craft forwards from the rear in tandem with the engine. Lift mode is a specialized mode that maximizes the lift of the repulsor craft. With 2 repulsors on one side and a single repulsor on the other, it may first appear unbalanced. However, the long front panels act as wings when the horizontal orientation is activated, providing efficient aerodynamic lift that both balances out the repulsor distribution as well as lifts the craft up without additional power. More lift reduces energy expenditure as well, allowing the craft to bypass ground-based obstacles such as rocks, and as well as flying over larger gaps. Power mode places the 2 repulsors at the front. This is often used in narrow tracks where the sharp, precise turns are needed. Another use of the power mode is during uphill climbs where increased repulsor lift capability at the front of the craft is vital to pull it up efficiently. It races with high winds or even obstacles that may impact the repulsor craft. Power mode is better at keeping the ship true versus the slight tumbling and realignment in speed mode. Lastly, the 3 modes are easily interchangeable during the race, as the cockpit and the engine is a single body. The main axis of propulsion remains constant while the repulsor arrangement can change. Wow! Ernest, fantastic job and coming up with how the different modes actually affect the ship. And finally, for the array section of the repulsor lift contest, the winner of that final phase is Alex's Crimson Shadow. Congratulations, Alex. What's really interesting about this craft, for me, is that you've got these super slight angles, but everything fits together extremely well. Alex didn't have a big backstory to this one. However, what he did have is some broken down internal shots, because apparently when I had talked about wondering how he had made that, he got a little nervous, Alex did, about whether or not I believed that there were illegal building techniques in this thing. So he actually sent me some internals to prove that, yes, there are no illegal building techniques. Everything is attached appropriately. He just got really good angles on it. And honestly, I've seen Alex's other builds. He does a great job. I haven't seen any illegal techniques from him before. So good job, Alex. You did a fantastic job. I'm actually really proud of you for going through and actually sending me the internals. That did not help for me to make the decision on who was going to make it into the final here. However, I appreciate the thought of sending it in so that I can kind of see how it's put together already, and it may have informed my decision maybe a little bit. And the only reason that would happen is because I'm looking at the different pieces that he used and making sure none of them are super rare. There are a few rare ones in here, so those will need to probably be adjusted, but otherwise, Alex did a great job. No backstory on this one, but guess what? When you look at it, you can make up your own, which is something I also enjoy. So thanks very much, Alex. So congratulations to Alex, to Thrawn's Revenge, and of course to Ernest for your awesome builds that made it through the voting phase, the public voting phase, and then made it through my strenuous and critical contemplation of which of these 9 were going to make it into the final 3. And those final 3 will be used as the templates going forward for the NASCAR of Star Wars known as GALAGR. Thank you guys so much for checking out these awesome builds. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. I'm going to take a couple weeks off for contests. Enjoy your Christmas holiday. I got a lot of free instructions if you want to try to build something new on rubricable.com, or just build the Lego sets that you're going to get for Christmas, right? I know we all hope for those kind of things. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend, and we will catch you next time in TJ's Lego Room. And until then, play well.